You're sitting on the couch, or maybe just walking through the kitchen, when you suddenly feel a soft little brush against your legs. It's your cat approaching with that quiet, graceful walk, and they start rubbing up against you. They do it so naturally, like it's just part of the daily routine. But have you ever stopped to wonder what that gesture really means? Rubbing might seem like a simple, almost automatic behavior. But for cats, nothing is random. They're incredibly sensitive animals, tuned into every detail around them. And every move they make has a purpose, even if we don't notice it right away. When a cat rubs against you, they're not just brushing their body on you. They're using specific parts, like their head, chin, sides, and even the base of their tail, in a motion that seems affectionate at first glance. But behind that gesture is a complex web of meaning involving instinct, communication, and even emotion. And the most interesting part? This behavior isn't just for humans. Cats rub against objects, other animals, doors, furniture, even random spots around the house. But why do they do it? What are they trying to say? And why, out of all the things they could choose, do they sometimes choose you? To really understand it, you have to look beyond the surface. You have to pay attention to the context, the time of day, the environment, your cat's emotional state, and even how often they repeat the behavior. A simple rub can mean very different things depending on the situation. And that's exactly what makes this gesture so fascinating. Because, despite how it looks, it's not just a sign of affection. It can be a signal, a mark, a request, or even a subtle form of control. And once you start noticing those little nuances, everything changes. In today's video, we're going to break down this behavior and uncover what's really behind this everyday gesture, one that's far more mysterious than it seems. A sign of affection and bonding. Unlike dogs, who show love in loud and obvious ways, cats are subtle. They don't jump into your arms, wag their tails with excitement, or lick your face with joy. But that doesn't mean they don't love you. They just show it differently. When a cat rubs against you calmly, with a relaxed body, half-closed eyes, and maybe even a soft purr, they're expressing something very special: trust. For a cat, getting close to someone and touching them with their body is an act of vulnerability. It's like they're saying, "I feel safe with you." And for such a cautious, territorial animal, that feeling of safety is one of the deepest forms of affection they can offer. This kind of rubbing is different. It's not rushed or demanding. It's slow, almost meditative. Sometimes they start with their head, then glide their whole body along you, and finish with a gentle flick of the tail. It's like a quiet little ritual of love. And the most beautiful part? Cats usually reserve this behavior for people they truly trust. It's not something they do with just anyone. It's their way of saying, "You matter to me," without needing to say a word. A lot of cat parents don't even realize how meaningful this gesture is. They think it's just a habit or a quirk. But in reality, it's one of the purest ways a cat can show love. Scent marking. To truly understand what's happening when a cat rubs against you, you need to see the world the way they do, or better yet, the way they feel it. Cats live in a world where smell is their main way of perceiving and organizing everything around them. While we rely on sight and hearing, they build relationships, recognize places, and create a sense of safety through scent. All over a cat's body are special scent glands, located on the cheeks, forehead, chin, sides, and even at the base of the tail. These glands release pheromones, chemical signals that are invisible to us, but incredibly meaningful to them. So when a cat rubs against you, it's doing much more than showing affection. It's leaving its scent signature on you. It's like saying, "You're part of my world, you're safe, you're home." This behavior is a form of scent marking, but not in the aggressive way we often associate with that term. For cats, marking territory means creating a space where everything smells like them, a space that feels safe, familiar, and under control. And yes, that includes you. When your cat rubs on you, it's blending its scent with yours, creating a shared identity. This gesture also helps reinforce their presence in the environment. If you've just come from outside, take a shower, or if your scent has changed, your cat might feel the need to reclaim you as part of their space. And what's most fascinating is that this behavior isn't just for humans. Cats rub on furniture, doors, objects, and even other animals. It's all part of an invisible network of scent-based communication that helps them make sense of the world. So next time your cat rubs against you, remember, they're speaking to you, not with words, but with their body and their scent. And in that quiet gesture, they're telling you that you belong to the most important place in their life, the territory where they feel at home. Asking for attention or food. Sometimes, rubbing isn't just a sign of affection or a way to mark territory. It has a very clear and practical goal, getting your attention. Cats are natural observers. They quickly learn what works with humans. And if at some point you responded to their rubbing with a pet, a treat, or by filling their food bowl, that's it. They've learned that this gesture gets results. Rubbing becomes a direct communication tool. A polite way of saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm hungry," or simply, "I want something now." This kind of rubbing often comes with other signs: persistent meowing, intense staring, walking toward the kitchen, or that classic zigzag between your legs that almost trips you. It's all part of a carefully rehearsed feline performance. And the funny thing is, it works. Because cats know how to get to us. They don't ask with noise, they ask with presence, with touch, with that irresistible charm that makes us stop whatever we're doing just to respond. But even in this more goal-oriented context, rubbing still carries a layer of connection. After all, a cat only asks something from someone they trust. They don't rub on just anyone, they choose you. So next time your cat rubs against you and then leads you to an empty food bowl, know this: they're being strategically adorable. And once again, you've fallen for the feline charm. Social bonding and recognition. In the feline world, touch is more than just a physical gesture. It's a way of building bonds. When a cat rubs against another cat, or against you, they're doing something deeper than just saying hello. They're reinforcing a social connection. Among groups of cats, this behavior is common. They rub on each other as a way of recognizing, accepting, and building trust. It's a quiet ritual that says, we belong to the same group. When a cat does this with you, they're including you in that inner circle. They're blending their scent with yours, creating a group scent, a shared identity. For them, this is essential. It's how they know who's part of the family and who's not. This gesture also helps maintain harmony. In multi-cat households, mutual rubbing reduces tension, reinforces soft hierarchies, and creates a sense of belonging. And when your cat does this with you, they're saying, "You're part of my family." It's a behavior that carries deep emotional weight, even if it looks simple. And the more often and naturally it happens, the stronger the bond between you becomes. Now that you know the meanings behind this seemingly simple, yet deeply meaningful gesture, you might never look at your cat the same way again. Because when your cat rubs against you, they're not just brushing their body. They're communicating, making their presence known, building bonds, asking for attention, or simply saying in their own way, "You matter to me." And that's the most beautiful thing about feline behavior. It's quiet, but full of intention. It's subtle, but deeply sincere. If you've made it this far, tell me in the comments. Does your cat rub against you? When do they usually do it? Had you ever noticed these little details before? And if this video helped you understand your kitty a little better, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Because here, we speak cat language, even when they don't say a word. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, the next time your cat rubs against you, pay attention. They might be saying a lot more than you think.